It's me, Queen Maisha, Queens of Queenz radio broadcast from lockcoolradio.com. We have a special guest tonight. We have Chrysalis Catering.
Yep, and I'm Chef T.
Hi, Chef T.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So, set your catering aside. When I was looking at your catering, is your food.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, yes. I know, like this. You do soul food, right?
Yes, I do soul food and what I call American style comfort food.
Okay.
So anything that warms you up and makes you feel really good, and things that bring back good memories.
Oh yes, yes.
And I do other things too, but those are the things that are my favorite things, I guess. Okay. My favorite types of things to make.
So we're gonna go back and talk about your menu.
Okay.
But I want to hear how this business got started.
Oh, okay. Well, it started because I finally decided to pay attention to my love of cooking. So I had a really long career working in technology. Like I worked at a Fortune 500 company for 16 plus years. And then I went to another small startup and worked for them. And it was great because I learned a lot. I was in management. I really was able to pursue some different kinds of passions, like one of which is customer service. I really am passionate about customer service. So those types of things, fueled me for a while, but I still, one thing that I always noticed about myself was even after a hard day at work or, frustrating day, I would unwind by cooking, and I would think about cooking, and all the way home I would think about what am I going to cook, what am I going to make, what am I going to do. So eventually the work grind just got to me, and I said, you know what, I'm just burnt out and I want to do something different. And so, I was talking to my husband, and he's like, why don't you go to cooking school? Why don't you, follow your passion? And so that's kind of how I took the leap of faith and did it. So,
wow.
Yeah. So that's how all that got started. And if I can, I'll tell you about the name too. The name.
Please. Yes, very unique name.
Yeah, a lot of people, they'll oh, are you Chrysalis? Is that your name? But no, it's not. My name is Tamika. But so Chrysalis, I chose that because a chrysalis is the stage that a caterpillar goes into before it turns into a butterfly. And so I really look at it as a real transitional word, and it symbolizes for me making the transition from, kind of one career to the next career, and hopefully spreading my wings into something that, I really am passionate about and I really do love. So that's why I chose Chrysalis as
a really good name
for the business. Yeah. Thank you.
So your transition from having this really like this 9 to 5 to your catering service, was there were you nervous, or did you have?
Yeah, of course.
And what did your family and friends think when you said this?
They said, awesome.
Okay.
We're so happy for you. How can we help?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very, very supportive.
Yeah, that I cannot thank my family enough. Like every member of my family who knows what I'm doing and who is within, a phone call's reach, either calls me or shows up saying, what do you want me to do? What can I do? How can I be a part of it? How can I help you be successful? I'm super proud of you. So yeah, it's been awesome. Yeah.
Okay, now I want to talk about what's on your menu.
Okay. So if we'll talk about the comfort food stuff.
Okay.
So one of the most popular things on the menu is collard greens.
Ooh.
And collard greens, the way that I make them, or the way that we make them as a business, is we make them with smoked turkey instead of with pork. And we can make them spicy or not spicy, and they're just really savory and cooked really slow and really tender. And so that, like, it's funny. There's a customer that I sold some collard greens to. She wanted to bring them to a picnic. And she called me from the picnic, and she said, everybody at the picnic is trying to track me down, saying, who made these greens? Who made these greens? Who made these greens? And she's on the phone, and like, she called, and she's like, your greens are putting you on the map. You're famous. You're famous. You know, so it was great. It was a huge endorsement, and, you know, just, it was hilarious, too, you know, that
wow.
Yeah, they called from the picnic. And she's still, I saw her over the Thanksgiving holiday, and she was still talking about that.
Talking about those greens.
Yeah, those greens and that greens incident. So it was super funny. Yeah. But I do macaroni and cheese. I do lots of different chicken dishes and potatoes. Potato salad. That's another one that's, I see some happy faces when I said potato salad. Yeah.
Nemo's over there rubbing his hands
yeah,
together.
he's like rubbing his hands. Potato salad, really, really good. Also, we did, like, we do huge barbecues. So we'll do barbecue ribs and legs and tri-tip and things like that.
Wow.
Also, yeah. Yeah, so
now what happens if someone contacts you and they're not really into the meats? They want more like a vegan type of thing?
Yeah.
Do you have that on your menu?
Yeah, we can do that also. And that's one of the things that I try to ask my customers about when they contact me for services is, you know, kind of what are your preferences or what are you looking for? And so some of them will say, well, yeah, you know, I have some vegan people. Can you make a few vegan dishes? We do have meat eaters too. That's usually what they'll go. Don't worry, I do have meat, but you know, we want some vegan things too. So we can do like vegan lettuce wraps and vegan chili and, you know, different, there's a lot of different things if you just kind of take a step back and really give it a little bit of thought. And it's also, like I said, what the customer, you know, kind of wants, what the event is, what, you know, kind of people in terms of, is this like a really, you know, white cloth napkin affair, or is this a picnic, you know, and then we kind of go from there in terms of what we propose to serve.
Oh, see, I never thought about that. By how fancy it is, it determines what kind of food
it does. If it's a plated meal, you know, then, and it has an effect on what I'll suggest. If they say, you know, we're going to have a sit-down meal, then, you know, I may suggest something like filet mignon for them, you know, or some sort of chicken dish for them. But if they say, you know, it's a buffet and we just want you to come and maybe drop food off, set up a buffet for us and leave, then that's a different kind of thing. And we may have, you know, some chicken and pasta or rice dishes or things like that will hold, you know, better in a buffet type situation where people are just coming and serving themselves and things like that. So, because you always want to think about, once I leave the food, like, is it still going to be delicious after it's, you know, sitting in a buffet line for a while and things like that. So, yeah.
So if someone contacts you, how much in advance do you need to notice before you can help them?
It depends on what size the event is. I mean, I like to have at least 2 weeks, but sometimes I get like, can you make something for me tomorrow? And if they want like a one-off kind of thing, like, can you make me greens for a group of, you know, 25 people by tomorrow? Yeah, I usually can do that. But if, you know, they want a big, you know, event catered tomorrow, depending on what my schedule is, I might not be able to accommodate. So it's always best to give as much notice as possible. And then also to make sure that they're satisfied, because if we rush into the whole conversation, you know, they might not be satisfied because we did it, you know, so quickly.
Yeah, so food is super important. You don't want to rush on food.
It's very important.
Just take your time and then to know what they want and everything.
Yeah, for them to know what they want and for them to understand, you know, if I say that it's going to be, you know, to serve 25 people, do I really mean 20 people? Do I really mean 30 people? Or do they really mean 25 or 30 people if they're telling me, you know, how many people they have? So we try to get, you know, a good count because I want to have enough food for everybody. And I really don't like to waste food either. So, you know, so that's a big deal. So, you know, it's just those little things that you may not really think about. But it's my job to, you know, think about them for the customer. Yeah.
I know we were talking earlier, and you're really big on food safety.
Yeah. I am huge about food safety. I don't want to get anybody sick. So I'm huge on, you know, wearing gloves. I'm huge on washing your hands very frequently. I'm huge on knowing the right temperatures for food. cooking to the correct internal temperature, holding food at the right temperature, how long food has, is sitting off heat and keeping the time of that, all of those things, because food can spoil super duper fast, and then that just goes, so many people can get sick, and it would be terrible for my business, but it would be terrible for the customer, so so I'm, real, a stickler about that, about the safety of the food.
So what's your background in knowing how to cook? 'Cause even before you went to school, you were saying you knew how to cook.
Yeah.
So who taught you? Who was your biggest influence in your recipes?
My mom and my grandma. Yeah, because I always was interested in cooking. Always. Like, I have some friends who are like, girl, the food is getting cooked and I'm doing other things. And when they tell me it's ready, I show up and eat it. But I am not that way. I have always wanted to see what is going on in the kitchen and what's going into this and how did you make that. And, I've just always taken an interest in that. And so I guess for a long time, just because it's just how I'm wired, I didn't think of it as something to pursue as a career. It's just, I'm just interested in it and, just like anything. And so I guess that's why I kind of went down the path, professionally that I did for such a long time, because I didn't, I don't know, I cook. Doesn't everybody cook? And I found out, no, I do not.
No, especially like in this new generation.
Right.
It's about the fast food,
Yes.
It's the unhealthy stuff.
Yes, and what I'm finding is that people really do want to get some kind of home-cooked, real food. There is a place for all the fast food. There definitely is a place for that. And it comes in handy. I eat fast food sometimes. It totally comes in handy when you need it. But I cook I cook every night. I think I cook. My husband's here. Do I cook every night? I cook every night, pretty much every night.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And my husband said it's awesome. So, I don't know. I crave a home cooked meal. I just don't like fast food. Just, like I said, it has its place, but and that's what I'm finding with a lot of customers too. And I get that feedback a lot from my time at the Sacramento African Market, which I'm there on the first and third Saturdays of the month, and I do dinners there.
Oh,
yeah.
Is there a certain spot you're located?
It's like this. It's called the Kings and Queens Court. It's this like big room that's kind of like a food court.
Okay.
And that's where most of the food vending happens.
And you said, where is it again?
It's 2251 Florin Road.
Okay.
And it is the first and third Saturdays of the month. And so I have banana pudding there.
Ooh.
And I think I might have some banana pudding here.
I'm gonna eat this in a few minutes.
But I have banana pudding, which is hugely popular, and then I do vegetarian red beans and rice.
Wow.
I do chicken. I do collard greens. I do hot water cornbread. I do cabbage. So yeah, there's
and all that's there.
All
at the
that is
African
there.
Market?
Yeah, it will be there tomorrow. As a matter of fact, yeah, I
Here
will
in
be
Sacramento, Saturday.
Yeah.
Come and get her food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat this in a few minutes and let you guys know how it is. I can guarantee that it's wonderful. I've heard really, really good things about your food.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, a little birdie told me that besides being a phenomenal chef, that you can sing.
Yeah. So I want to know who this birdie is.
Oh no, I'm not going to do that to this person.
Yeah. So. My husband and I started a band, and so the band was founded, 2 years ago? 2.5 years ago. And so the band's name is Soul Air, and I sing in the band. And the band's been on a bit of a hiatus because of all this career changing and butterfly flapping of the wings and all that stuff. But yes, I do sing a little bit.
Could you sing something for us?
Yeah, so we do covers.
Okay.
Like we do. I think we do covers that are like the kind of music that we love to listen to.
Okay.
And the kind of music that is not really in rotation today, like on the radio, unless you listen to an oldies kind of station. So, we do neo soul. We do soul music. We do some classic rock covers and things like that. So yeah, we are versatile, and we have a pretty diverse kind of musical taste as well. So we try to mix it up.
Now, is your band on YouTube?
Yeah, aren't we on YouTube? Yeah, we're
on
YouTube.
Where can they find you on YouTube?
Well,
if they want to hear
yeah,
you
you can look for Soul Air. It's SOULHEIR. And if you can find us on Facebook as well, and there's some videos on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have that look like, okay, so you're talking a lot. Start singing.
What is the name of that? The name. What's the meaning of the name?
The meaning of the name Soul Air. Well, the way that I describe it is that it's rooted in the word soul, obviously, and we are heirs to all that beautiful music that was made, all that soul music that was made, and so we try to bring soul to anything that we cover. So even if it's a classic rock, song, we try to sing it soulfully. Yeah.
Oh, so you kind of rearrange it?
Sometimes we rearrange it, but it's all also in the delivery. It's also in the solos when we'll have insert different solos from different parts of the band. We'll do you interviewed our band member Chaz a few weeks ago, and he does great keyboard solos, and then my husband does bass, and so we try to soulify everything we can get our hands on. So before I keep talking and my throat gets too dry to even sing anything, so one of my favorite singers is Jill Scott. So
me too. I love me some Jill.
So I'm gonna sing part of this song, and it has nothing to do with my personal life, the subject matter of this song.
Disclosure.
But I just really like this song. I've been talking to this man. He's been saying what I like, and he makes me smile when I'm down, so down. He says sweet things in my ear, all the things I needed to hear. But that's as far as it's gone. I promise. But I enjoy it. I love it so. 'Cause it seems like I'm always alone. You're in arm's reach, but baby, where are you? Where are you? 'Cause I got this fire, sweet and true, but I'm cold as ice, I'm around you. 'Cause I'm lonely whenever you're around.
Woo! 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 My goodness.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of good things about you, but the two things I see, why your husband married you can cook and you can sing.
Yes. But that, based on the words to the song, I just want to, I just disclaim.
Wow.
I just like the song.
Okay. now I need some dessert.
Okay. We'll have some dessert after all the singing.
Oh my goodness. So you were telling me a story about you were catering a party.
Let me help you out.
Oh,
there we go.
You were catering a party.
Yeah.
And you combined your two talents.
I did.
Together. Please tell me about that story again.
It was funny, and it was super duper unexpected. But so I recently catered a party, and it was a birthday party for a lady, and she had about, I don't know, over 100 people there, and she had a lot of musicians. She works in the music industry. She had a lot of musicians there as guests as well as entertainment for the party. And so one of the musical guests that was entertaining was this band that plays locally in Sacramento. And so they were playing, and I'm like, I know those guys. I've heard those guys before. And it turns out that they play at one of the bars in Sacramento called JB's Lounge. So they play there every Sunday, and they always will play songs and have people come up and sing with them. And so my cousin who works with me and my sister who works with me, they go up to them and say, my sister can sing, can you play? And so they played some Shaka Khan, and I sang at the
Woo!
And so I sang a couple songs at the party, and it was hilarious because I was like super busted with my dirty old work shirt and my soggy work pants and my work shoes, and still had a really great time, so it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So how's the banana pudding?
It's good. Wait, hold on. Memo.
I brought some for Memo too. And there's extra spoons.
Here. You gotta taste how good this is.
I'll do it out camera.
Here.
He doesn't want to be on camera.
I'm gonna give him a nice spoonful.
Okay.
Let it sit in your mouth and just.
Wow.
I got a thumbs up.
Yes. So, how do people get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me through my website or through Facebook or through Instagram. I'm on, like Instagram and Facebook are the main social media platforms that I use. And it's Chrysalis Catering. That's how you find me. My phone number is 916-233-6665. You can text me or call me, or send me a message, however, whatever your flavor is of getting in touch.
Okay.
I try to respond. So yeah, and I'm pretty responsive, like same day or within 24 hours I get back to people. But I'm easy to get in touch with. And then my website is chrysaliscatering.com.
Now we're in Sacramento right now. How big is your range?
I mean, sky's the limit.
Okay.
But it may come with an additional fee.
Okay.
There's a little travel fee that depending on where the person is located. But I do some caterings in Modesto. That's a little bit out there.
Uh-huh.
So, but yeah, just depends. But nothing's off limits. We just have to talk about it and see.
Yeah, figure it out.
Yeah,
and make it happen.
Yeah.
It's good food. It's worth it.
Yes,
absolutely.
Good food is worth it from a person who loves to cook. I really do love what I do. So, and because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but I think if you don't really love what you're doing and you're not passionate about it, then I don't think you'd want to do as much work as it is, because it's a ton of work.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's a lot of not only just the planning and the actual delivery of the food, but there's lots of things. I mean, I'm my president of marketing. I'm my secretary. I'm my customer service person. I'm everything. So it's a lot.
So who in your family helps you with your business?
So my husband helps me. My cousin Andrea. I know she's gonna watch this. So my cousin Andrea, my sister Cassandra, my daughter Olencia, and who else? Who else am I forgetting? Oh, my mom. I didn't even mention my mom. My mom, Miss Joyce.
So I have to add.
Huh? And my niece Kyla. Yeah. So it's a serious family.
Yes.
Family.
So I have to ask you a question, because I know my parents are from the South, and when I was growing up, when they cook greens, they cook with the pork and everything. Mm-hmm. And now my mom cooks it with the turkey, kind of like how you do. Mm-hmm. How did your mom feel when you took her recipes and then made them a little bit healthier and changed them around a little bit?
Well, she wasn't a fan of the turkey idea at first. And she was like, This was a long time ago. Uh-huh. And she is completely on board now. But at first she was like, turkey?
Get that turkey out my greens.
Yeah, she just, she just didn't really think it would be as delicious, but it's every bit as delicious.
It grew on her.
It's every bit as delicious.
Yes,
really,
absolutely. Mm-hmm. So now I'm looking that we have a comment from Nikki Love. Hey, Nikki Love, she wants to know, do you have a cookbook? That's a good question.
Oh, that's a good question. No, I don't have a cookbook yet. I'll put the yet on there. I'm not currently working on a cookbook, but anything's possible. So maybe I'll, put a cookbook together at some point, but at this time, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. More to come.
Yeah.
More to come. Thank you so much,
Thank
Chrysalis
you.
Catering. You guys go if you're in the Sacramento area. We said first Saturday and third Saturday.
Yeah, first Saturday, third Saturday at the African Market.
Yes.
I am there unless I'm catering another event. I am there. So
catering your event.
Yeah, unless I'm catering for you, I will be at the Sac African Market, and we're there at noon. We open, and then I usually sell out at around 4:30.
Wow.
So if you want to get down with the get down, then don't take too long to show up. And the banana pudding does go fast, and I break so many hearts when I tell them that I've sold out of the banana pudding.
They're like, no.
It just it does make me sad to tell people that I've sold out, but I can only bring so much.
Yes.
So yeah, get yours. Be there on time and get yours. Yeah.
All right, one more time, where can they find you and your phone number?
Yeah, they can find me at chrysaliscatering.com. They can find me on Facebook, Chrysalis Catering, Instagram, Chrysalis Catering, and my phone number is 916-233-6665. And you can call or text, and I'll get back to you. And I'm Chef T, or Tamika, or Lady T, or I don't know. I got so many little nicknames.
Well, thank you for bringing my wonderful dessert.
Sure.
Thank you so much. So this is Queens of Queens Radio, Queen Maisha here, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.